Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Jamie and Damo talking about beard myths. What do you think of that song? That was pretty awesome, right? That was who was that? Nico Fuzz featuring Barber Sauce, and it was called "So Sick." So, without further ado, let's bring on the main man, Damo for show. He's going to be joining us tonight, and we're going to be talking about beard myths. So, we will see you in exactly 3 seconds. Evening, day. Oh, hold on, I turned your mic off. There you go. Can we hear you? You're in. There we go. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm all right, Coxie. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. You taking a cheeky selfie there, are you? Or you
No, mate. You're live on Instagram.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah, I tried, and I knew this was going to happen. Modern day technology. I tried to share yours from your group onto my page, and it ain't worked. And I was like, damn, no, everyone's going to miss it. So I thought I'll just press live on Instagram quick. We've got some cheeky little behind the scenes Instagram followers down here. I'd like to say there's 300. There's actually 3. So it's what it is.
That's all right. How are we doing? We good?
Yes, mate, I'm absolutely golden. I haven't just had a dodgy Chinese and feel a bit ropey for it. Promise.
Well, at least it's the weekend, so you get all week to recover from that.
Mate, there's no days off for me, mate. I'm still grafting all weekend, and I've got a massive party to go to on Sunday after work. It's my nan's 95th birthday, so...
Well, that's not grafting. You'll be doing the old, body locking and twerking and all that stuff.
We're cleaning the garden, mate. That's how rock and roll my lifestyle is, mate. Cleaning my nan's garden. That's a present.
So today we're going to be talking about beard myths, and I know you're well up for this, as you are for most things. And I also know that whenever we've had conversations in the past relating to stuff, you've usually thrown a curveball in the mix.
Love a cheeky curveball, mate.
Yeah, that's right. So I thought tonight what I would do is I would give you a bit of your own medicine. So
nice.
So what we're going to do very quickly before we start
is that what's happening in the comments right now? Because it says webcam HD XYZ. Here, girls, everyone, even meet you. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
That'll be one of my amazing followers on YouTube that loves to post things to adult material. Which I keep reporting, but YouTube seemed to be not so great, shall we say? At oh yeah, look at that.
Get on the comments, man. There's a couple of people worth saying hello to. Gareth Allsop's here. I've had Mike Harward on the gram saying he can't comment on either, but I think that's looking at Facebook. Anyway, what's his curveball, mate? What's his curveball? I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready.
So I've got a curveball for you. So as we're talking about myths, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a load of myths at you, and I want you to tell me, and the people watching, I'd like you to comment on it, on whether they are true or whether they're false. Now, they're myths that probably both of us have heard. Well, at least I have heard of both of them. So let's get cracking with it, shall we?
Is it true or is it false? Is it true or is it false? Are they my only 2 options? Can I not say not sure? It's got to be true or false.
Well, you could say not sure if you like, but that's guaranteed a wrong answer, isn't it?
True, false, not sure. Got it.
Yeah, that's like a pass, isn't it, if you say that?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so here we go. What about the myth you swallow 8 spiders a year while sleeping?
Oh, I see. I thought these were going to be specific to me. And when you said you swallow 8, I was like, oh, man,
no,
I'm not playing this game.
You're a well-known man, but I'm not sure there's enough myths floating around about you that I'd be to write down on a piece of paper.
I think, to be fair, most people know them all anyway. The myth, are we discussing this, or is it what do I think?
Oh, just what do you think?
What was the stats? 8 spiders a night or a year?
True or false? Do you swallow, or not do you, but do people swallow, this is the myth, do people swallow 8 spiders a year while sleeping? True or false?
I'd say that, yeah, comfortably.
Yeah? No?
I imagine some people spit them out.
No, apparently not. Apparently spiders dislike movement of any kind, and us sleeping, we vibrate apparently, or some sort of thing. So
I don't, mate, I'm like this.
So yeah. So spiders don't like that. So no, that's false, that one. So the next one, what did everyone think in the comments?
Minus 10 points. Mike Harwood on the gram said true. Smithy said false. Richard Hill said false. We've got DBFC boys in. Richard Hill said false. Everyone's saying false. Lava says Damo swallows 8 spiders a year.
You all lost out on that one. Yep. So that was. Oh no, a bunch of people didn't, did they? False. Yeah, it's false. It's false. So the next one. Bulls get angry when they see red. So this is obviously in relation to bullfighting with the matador and the red tea towel or whatever it is he's got.
I would say a big fat false and a big hello to Darren Astley who's just joined. I think, and I'd say this, I bet they're colourblind or something stupid like that, and it's nothing to do with the colour. I bet it's just the bulls are just full of testosterone. They're just like fighting.
Yeah. So I'll let people comment in the comment section.
Joe says it's movement. I concur, Joe.
Yeah. See,
Lava says colourblind.
Colourblind. Okay. Well, I don't think I wrote this one down, but just to throw an extra one in there. Dogs are apparently only see in black and white. True or false?
What was the answer for the bull one?
I'll give you that in a second whilst people have commented. But just a quick one in between that's not within the 9.
Got ya.
Dogs, can they see colour or not?
My dog doesn't see colour because he's very woke and modern. So I would. I haven't got a dog, by the way. I don't know. I don't have a dog. I wouldn't say I'm not a dog lover, but I do some delivering for Amazon, right? And I hate dogs when I'm delivering for Amazon because they're noisy. To say it again, true or false that they are only in black and white?
Do dogs see in colour, or do they just see in? Because the myth is that they can only see in black and white. All
right, I think that myth is false.
You're right. Dogs can see in colour, and the answer to the bull one. So, do bulls get angry when they see red? The answer to that is they don't get angry when they see red. Mostly, what pisses the bull off is that there's some tiny little matador shaking a tea towel at him, and that genuinely is what annoys the bull. So they're not annoyed by red. So you can if you go to a country that has bulls just roaming around the street in Spain or whatever, you can wear as much red as you like.
Here's a fun fact for you while we're talking about bulls and dogs. Did you know that bulldogs were bred to fight bulls?
Yeah, I did. Well, I used to own one, didn't I? I used to own a bulldog.
Absolutely mental. Because my thing's like a bulldog's like this big, and a bull is like this big. What? But apparently they used to be bigger.
They used to grab them by the nose. So the English bulldog was bred out of that. So the bulldog before that actually had a longer snout, a little bit like a staffy. So it had a longer snout because an English bulldog's snout is only a couple of inches, so it would have no chance of biting. And they were a bit taller back then. So like an old English bulldog is basically what the style is. But yeah, they used to grab them by the nose apparently.
Nice.
I only know that because I used to own an English bulldog, and I read so much stuff.
When you say English, and I obviously know there's the very specific reason between English and British, but I didn't know English bulldog was a thing. I thought it was a British bulldog because a British bulldog. Are they same or are they different breeds?
No, same thing. Same thing. English and British, same thing. I mean, it's
when we're talking about
native to the country, basically.
Can you get Scottish bulldogs?
Nah. Well, you can if you take it to Scotland.
And if it's boring. What a great true or false. We've gone off on a tangent, haven't we?
We've gone a bit, we have gone a bit off.
Hey, we've got a bit of beard love on the gram, mate. We've got a big Al Red in here, right? I keep trying to get him to grow a beard, and he keeps saying he's going to do it, and he's just messaged saying, I got beard envy seeing my big beard on today. It's what happens. Don't shave. Don't shave it.
I know, yeah. Mine's looking all right, to be fair. I got a spotlight right above me, so it's not too bad, to be fair. I did just eat a baguette like 10 minutes before we came on, so there's probably a good amount of baguette in it too. Right, so the next one, we've got to fly through these, mate.
Sorry, mate, crack on.
It takes 7 years for the body to digest chewing gum. So do you know they reckon like the myth is that chewing gum stays in your body for like 7 years or years or whatever before you comes out the other end. Like, do you reckon that's true or false?
You were about to say before you see it come out the other end, didn't you?
If you look at what you're doing, if you like to examine it afterwards.
I try not to. True or false? It doesn't strike me as a very digestible piece of food. It could, but that's a long time. I think your body would probably get rid of it sooner than that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4 or 5 years. So my answer to your question is false.
It was false. Yeah, it was false. Yeah, you apparently it digests in your body the same as every other food. It doesn't take any longer or less. Of course, why would it? It's on the same tract going round, so unless it grows arms and clings on, it's not going to, is it?
To be fair, man, I have a very elite system. There's some foods I can eat and they come out within 20 minutes.
Well, they do at the moment.
I need, mate. It's gone. It's gone already. It's gone.
So the next one, this is going to be quite a popular one. A penny. Oh, spitting vodka off my mustache now. A penny dropped from the top of the Empire State Building could kill someone. So they reckon, obviously, if you drop a penny off the Empire State Building, because it's so tall and a penny is obviously quite thin, it would.
I'm not a mathematician, so it won't make any difference if you tell me how many feet it is and how fast it's going. You know, has somebody just daintily dropped it, or if they really bad? I'd say that's pretty dangerous. I think if you caught a penny in the head, I think that could be the end of you. But coercively as well.
Do you want me to Google quickly how tall it is, the Empire State Building?
Nah, we ain't got time. We ain't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I would say yes.
Well, let's just say it's a tall building, isn't it?
I would say yes.
Yeah. You reckon it would kill someone?
Yeah, Mike Harwood said it killed him, but he got better. So he's pretty hard.
Okay, well, yeah. Glad to see you recover.
And also, just to throw a spanner in the works, I'm assuming that's happened once, so that's why they can prove it. But if someone's saying that it couldn't happen, then that doesn't mean it couldn't happen in the future. Because actually, it could be a 100-year-old man who's really frail, and it just glance him on the shoulder, falls over, bangs his head, died. So it could happen. True.
I think the odds of hitting someone with a penny from the Empire State Building, I think you'd have to be a pretty damn good shot. So unless there was a lot of people queued outside, or you'd have to throw a couple of tens down first, or 50s if you could afford it, just to get a crowd, and then probably just throw a bunch of pennies off. But I don't. I'm assuming they didn't test it. They've just had probably scientists come in and say debunk it or say it's true or whatever.
Well, Brad's is saying here, not enough velocity to kill someone. And he's a clever man.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's correct. So actually, if you throw a penny off of the Empire State Building, because of the shape of it, because it's got a flat surface, it doesn't actually fly straight down as you would think. The wind catches it and it starts to spin. Yeah. And apparently it would hurt. It would hurt if it hit you on the head, but no more than if someone flicked you on the head.
Yeah, but I could kill a man by flicking him on the head.
So that's, exactly. But, if you fell off the Empire State Building and flicked him on the way down, it probably hurt more than a penny, apparently.
Yeah, but
so that was false as well.
I could kill a man with
the next one, you need to drink at least 8 glasses of water every day.
Look, I'm a survival specialist. You're saying need to. I know 1,000,000% you don't need to. You can survive on 7 glasses of water a day for months. You could survive on none for a couple of days. So that is absolute bullshit.
Yeah, You're correct. We'll fly through that one quick. So, I mean, it basically comes down to, obviously, if you're eating a lot of salty food, you're going to drink more water. And if you're eating a ton of fruit that contains a lot of water, you don't need to drink a lot of water. But you can actually, in actual fact, you can intoxicate your system with water.
I can intoxicate my system with anything.
Huge problems, apparently. If you consume too much water in a short space of time, you can cause yourself huge problems and even put yourself in a coma, apparently, if you drink too much water.
Well, I'm adding 2 things to do this weekend. Number 1 is throw a penny off the Empire State Building, and number 2 is intoxicate myself with water. They're on the list of things to do, Jamie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you see, this is why drinking alcohol is better than drinking water, because if you drink too much alcohol, you can't get to the drink anymore. But if you're drinking water, you can do what you like. So, a little pro tip.
Drink responsibly, kids. And Jamie said all that about drink like
I know. I love that. I can't edit that out because it's live as well. So we'll just blow through it. So the next one, your hair and fingernails continue to grow after you die. True or false? This includes beard hair and head hair and.
Well, see, I'm an overthinker. Like, they might continue for a day or two, but like over 50 years. Would they grow? I don't think they would decompose. I would say no.
You're correct. Yeah, they don't. So apparently they look as if they grow more, but because the skin starts to dehydrate and shrink, it actually creates an optical illusion.
So they decompose slower than the skin.
Well, the hair and fingernails I don't think they actually do decompose.
Don't they?
No, teeth.
But imagine if they did keep growing though, you'd just have a coffin full of fingernails and beard.
Well, this is it. But I mean, if when we kick the bucket, we'll have a decent beard sat in there on top of a bone.
What a waste!
Yeah. Although they burn us to a crisp instead these days, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you can choose. Gareth Allsop says he's doing crap.
Is
I think
he?
I'm nailing him out. I think I'm 100% so far.
The next lot we do, the proper lot we do, isn't going to be true or false. It's just going to be opinionated. So it's good to actually get a couple of true and false ones. So the next one is: if you touch a baby bird with your bare hands, its mother will reject it. Have you ever heard this myth before? If you find a baby bird somewhere, they reckon you're not allowed to touch it with your hands because the scent of you then gets on the bird, and then the mother then can't recognise the. I don't know what the hell a baby bird's called. It's probably got some fancy term, but the mother will reject the baby bird because it don't smell right.
I would say
Lynx Africa.
I would say that sounds quite plausible. But the mother, shit mother, that should we should be phoning social services about that mother, because you shouldn't give up your baby bird just because it smells a bit of Damo's beard oil. Do you know what I mean? You should keep it. You should keep it.
So you reckon true?
What's the answer?
The answer to that one's false. Apparently,
I haven't finished. I was about to say, but I think it's false.
Oh, I was going to say you could juggle them and do what you like. The mother will still think it's fine. Probably peck you a bit for juggling them, but right. The next one is cracking your knuckles too much will cause arthritis. That's probably the most popular myth on this page, I think.
What do you Instagram people think? What do you Instagram people think? Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Yeah, potentially, because arthritis, that's air in the gaps, isn't it? Gaps in the knuckles. I would say true.
It is actually false.
Yeah, no, I'm playing opposite. So every time that you say, then I actually meant the other one to make sure I get the winner. Yeah.
No, so apparently cracking your knuckles in your hands just gets rid of the little gas bubbles that are between your bones. And although it doesn't actually cause arthritis, it can affect your grip. So if you do crack your knuckles a lot and you want to be able to ride a motorcycle or do something with
ride a motorcycle, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Then stop cracking your knuckles and you can enjoy life a little bit more. So the last one, Damo, the last one. Human beings only use 10% of our brains.
Yeah, big time. I think our brains are phenomenal. I think if you go and bang a load of LSD, you get into the other 20-30%, but you still leave 50% behind. We've got some clever folk watching on the gram. They knew all that stuff about the cracked knuckles.
Have they?
Yeah, but on the brain thing, I would say that's quite conceivable to me. I think that as we're going to get deep, man. I think as the future happens and as technology advances and as humans become cyborgs and robots, I do believe that we will tap into more of our brain and we'll basically put Google in it as well, and we will unleash the beast. I absolutely believe we are only using 10%. Also, if this is wrong, I'm like a twat, but let's go with it. Let's go with it. Yes, 10% is correct.
I didn't want to stop you halfway through that because it's actually false. we use 100% of our brains apparently, because they can obviously tell from the neurons and all that stuff firing and. But the people that did that study don't realise they've only used 10% of their brain to study that. And in time, those people will start to access more of their brains and go, oh, God, we were fucking idiots, weren't we, in 2021? Do you remember we used all of our brains? I think, to be fair, there's going to be a steady decline, and it'll end up being... So at some point in the next 100 years, it will end up being you only use 10% of your brain, because people will be watching too much of that crap on E4,
honestly,
Essex and all that.
People in 200 years' time will have half human brain and half Google, because Google is well clever. It's the brainiest brain there is out there, and people will want that in their... I'm telling you now. And also there are genuinely people out there that have only actually used 10% of their brain because they're a bit thick in it.
Yeah, exactly. So did you notice anything about all those true and falses?
Yes, there was nothing to do with beards in there.
Yeah, and
it was all about... was there a tenuous seamless link?
There was a link to him, yeah.
But
only a link based on the answer.
Oh, right. It was either true or false.
They were all false.
Weren't they?
Yeah. I googled myths earlier on, and I was going to make up a couple that was true, and then I couldn't be arsed. So I just written down the false ones and hoped you wouldn't notice.
Well, I put it to you that A, I noticed clearly, and B, that was actually a false quiz, because you can't test someone and say, is it true or is it false, if none of them were true.
Oh, yeah, but they were true or false.
No, but they weren't, though, were they? They were all false. The game should have been, are these false? And I'd have gone, yeah. No, the game should have been, these are false statements, trying to talk about them.
I suppose, well, tomato, either way.
Yeah.
Shall we get on with the proper one now?
Yeah, big time.
So there's less than these. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 7 of these as opposed to 9. But these are not true or false. These are basically opinionated. So everybody's got an opinion. Everyone's allowed to have an opinion. So let's hear each other's and everyone in the comments about what we think about these myths surrounding bearding.
Beard myths.
So, are you ready?
I was born ready. Born ready.
Good. So, the first myth. Beards make you warmer in the summer.
I'm hot all year round, baby.
Oh, I'm cool all year round.
Is that what people say? Beards make you hot in the summer?
Apparently, yeah. I'm assuming it's because, well, you've heard the term chinsolation, haven't you?
Yeah.
Thrown around, yeah. I reckon it's
I think. Have you got like a scientific answer there? Because I would have a stab and say there's probably some science behind the beard and the hair and the air and holding air and cool and all that sort of stuff. But I would just talk with you candidly from a personal experience. And I've had a beard for 7 years, which means I've experienced 7 beautiful British summers. And I wouldn't say that it makes you hot. I suppose it's how you deal with it. Some people, I'm sure, would feel cooler if they shave all their hair off and shave all their beard off because there's more wind on the skin. But I wouldn't. I don't get to summer and think, oh God, I'm going to be really hot this year because I've got loads of beard.
Well, you know what? You see a lot of guys, though, don't you, that trim their beard for the summer, thinking that it's gonna be better for them and stuff. But I don't have a scientific answer. I didn't Google all this stuff before we came on because I wanted to give my own opinion. But I have a sort of semi-educated thing on it. So I took the wife and kids to a science centre quite some time ago, and there was a machine that you sat in front of, and it showed you your body heat. So obviously, face and stuff went red.
Yeah.
Other areas that were warm went yellow, and areas that were cold went the other colour, green, whatever I've not said. And basically, the face went, red hot because it was a warm day, and the beard was cold. So although it didn't, so basically it blocked out the heat from my neck. So I would say that it actually doesn't make you hot. I think it probably acts quite well to cool you down.
Everybody's just sitting there in the comments just waiting to find out what colour your nuts were. So all this scientific explanation about your beard and all that, and literally they're just saying, what colour were your balls? What colour were they?
It was a science centre, so I didn't drop the.
We did have Richard actually said that it's false. It blocks the sun, so that would make sense actually. I suppose if the sun's not getting through your beard. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Well, also, I mean, your beard doesn't hold heat, does it? It's one of those things where just look. Hair doesn't hold heat, does it? It will stop heat from escaping your skull. So
a little bit.
It will stop, a little bit your hair coming, your heat coming off of your skin, but it won't hold heat like insulation does or like wood does or anything like that. So
I think as well it's personal preference, because obviously I'm in the game for helping people grow their beards and teaching people how to grow beards. But I wouldn't, if someone come to me and said, look, I'm getting really hot because it's summer and my beard is making me hot, I'll be like, well, that's cool. Just trim it back for the summer and grow it for the winter, like you said. Some people do, but I've never come across that. I think also some people are hot anyway to look at.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And some people feel the cold and some people don't. So, in conclusion to that myth, I don't think it is. Boom.
Yeah, I think we debunk that myth as well. I think that's a load of old rubbish. That's it. I was going to write that down because that's a good saying. We'll debunk that. Debunked. What does everyone in the comments reckon of that?
Gareth wants to know how to delete his last comment. Lol. Because he says he sweats his tit off in the summer.
I don't know.
We've got Paul Thomas today, hello, mate.
Oh look, I can show it instead. There we go, Gav. I didn't delete it, but I showed it on the live for you.
That'll learn you.
Oh, look at that! I've just realised that I can show the comments. What an absolute trout! Here we go. Let's catch up on some then.
I've
rather lacking insulation. Oh, and we know that's Mr. Wallage.
Yeah, zero chin. Happy birthday,
so
mate.
He'll be able to. Yeah, happy birthday, mate. So he'll be able to answer this question because he must have like steam coming out the middle when it's really hot, mustn't he? Like. So that one is debunked. Next one. The myth: beards are dirty. Are beards dirty? Now, everyone who's following me or watching this from our YouTube will have probably watched, well, they should have watched our video about this, where I've done a 3-minute video.
You mentioned the 3-letter word beginning with P, didn't you? I saw it.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm sure it says poo in there somewhere.
Oh, well, in the video?
Yeah.
Probably. I usually say poo in every video just to keep it going. Hashtag poo.
Just to keep it fresh.
Yeah, that's it. So, are beards dirty?
Are beards dirty? I think beards are like anything. Have I got a dirty mind, or sometimes is it dirty? Do you know what I mean? Have I got a dirty beard, or sometimes is it dirty? Do you know what I mean? Anything can get dirt on it, but it doesn't mean that they are, like genetically dirty, like having one breeds dirt.
But do you think that someone with a beard will have a dirtier? Do you think their beard would be dirtier than a clean-shaven person?
Nah, it comes around all the time, doesn't it? There's that article that goes around, and it's like beards have got more bacteria on them than a toilet seat. But it's like, stop touching the toilet seat and testing the bacteria on it. Of course, that's going to be dirty. Like, don't compare shit to shit. Like, my missus is a big fan of watching that Aggie and Kim cleaning the house thing, and they go around and test everything for bacteria, and everything's got bacteria on it. And our human bodies are designed to fight off some of that stuff. So I wouldn't say that beard's dirty. I look after mine loads, wash it loads, look after it more than women look after their hair, and that's saying a lot. I think my beard's clean, man.
I remember hearing a thing saying your phone even has more bacteria than a toilet seat. So toilet seats seem to be pretty clean because they just keep saying everything's dirtier than it. So it must be a pretty clean thing. Warren is saying false. Liam is saying it depends on the individual.
What's up,
so
Liam James Sandy?
If you are a dirty bugger, then I'm guessing then you probably have got a dirty beard. We've got Brett Beer is in. Hello, gentlemen.
What a cool second name. That's just inspired me to go and get a beer. Hang on.
I know. I met someone the other day with a surname Beard. I thought, oh my God, how awesome. How awesome is your surname?
Was it changed by Deepak? Was it Jay Lewis? Is he changed?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't even have. The husband didn't even have a beard. It was like, what are you doing, man?
Come on. You know what? Cheers. I'm on a health kick this week. I delivered an Amazon to somebody whose second name was Beard, and genuinely, like, I'm knocking on the door. I'm expecting to see a massive beard, and he had no beard. I'm like, you are not living up to your name.
I know. So disappointing.
Opportunity.
So disappointing. Speaking of Mr. Lewis, he finds crisps in his.
Awesome.
Is that wrong? No, that's right. Oh, it depends what crisp it is, actually, I will say. Yeah,
if it's a cheesy what's
If you're finding a full Pringle, then that's pretty wrong. But if it's like, if it's a what's it, maybe you get away with that. I don't know. Have you ever found a crisp in your beard? I haven't.
Mate, I'm a terrible eater. Stuff goes in my beard all the time, and the missus is always banging on about it, and I'm just like, it's supposed to be there. I'm keeping it for later.
That's right, yeah. It's when you shake afterwards, isn't it? Like a croissant, and then you shake your beard, and like half the croissant falls out. It's like, okay.
Like shaking your lettuce.
That's it. So what were we even talking about? Oh yeah, dirty beards. Our beard's dirty. Are we debunking that? So I know the answer to this because I've done a YouTube video on it, and apparently they are not dirty. So somebody done I can't remember who. You'll have to watch the video for the specifics. I'll give you a very 20-second rundown. But somebody basically did a test many, many years ago in the 60s, I believe it was. And what they did was they put bacteria on these guys' beards, and these guys worked in hospitals. No, they didn't. Sorry.
That's dangerous. So they put in the 60s.
Yeah, so they put bacteria in these guys' beards, and obviously the bacteria grew because it was in their beards. But the bacteria only got there because they put it in their beard.
Yeah.
So what they did many years later was they done another test. They took guys from this hospital that were bearded and unbearded, and they basically tested them every month for a couple of months, and then it turned out that actually the guys who were clean shaven had more bacteria on their face than the bearded guys, because apparently shaving creates a breeding ground for bacteria.
There you go.
Boom.
You heard it here first. Heard it here first.
Let's debunk that one.
So JD Kill. This is the behind the scenes Instagram. I'm doing a debunking myths with Jamie Cox on Facebook and YouTube. he just waved. He just waved. I don't want to do that. Just to show him what's happening. That's what's happening. Give him a wave, Jamie. Give him a wave. Here's our Coxie from
I'm not even going to come to camera. I've done this before. I have waved before.
Yeah, but usually like the Queen, more regally.
Oh, Liam's got to go. See you later, Liam.
See you later,
Joining. Oh, that's the wrong comment. Hold on. Where are we? There he goes. See you later. Take care. Have a good weekend. And I don't know what Gareth was saying, so we'll stick it back up. I need to get back to.
I want to know if Real Hair Ronson is in the house. That's what I want to know. It's all well and good having Awesome Lewis there, but what
I think Real Hair probably knows the answer to all these, so he's a knowledgeable fella.
Hello, Stephen Robertson has just joined us. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, Steve, you right?
Aaron on the grams down here. Aaron,
wash your face
live.
in the sink. Just wash your beards. Tip top from these two. Excellent. Right, next one. So this is probably the most popular myth on this page, and it's one that gets thrown around all the time. Shaving more frequently will help your beard grow thicker. So this is the myth, obviously, that people tend to throw out. And actually, do you know what? A lot of companies that just start up really, really pump out this myth that if you're growing a patchy beard and it's kind of patchy, if you shave it all off, suddenly 3 months later it's going to grow back not patchy.
I can tell the way you're pitching this conversation. Perhaps you've already decided, but
it's all opinions. It's all opinions.
I have heard that if you chop it off, it grows back thicker, which is why I can't wait to see my new knob. That's what I said.
I don't know. I don't think that Bobbert fella had much luck with that, did he?
No. So I think, as I say, like you said, I think the base of your beard and what you're going to grow, the follicles are already there under the skin, waiting to come out. It's just you can't. How can you make something longer by cutting it off? That makes no actual sense whatsoever. But I know why people say it. A lot of people say it because they want people to buy their Derma rollers and magic snake oil, but people think it grows thicker or quicker or faster because it's easy to notice growth from clean shaven for the first week than it is. I've had this for 7 years, and you don't notice it growing because it's there and you see it all the time. But if you shave it all back and then 2 days later you got stubble, you're like, oh yeah, it's growing back, and it's like you got to be patient and let it grow, bro. Let it grow.
Yeah, see, I have two opinions on this. And opinion one is that if you grow your beard for 3 months and it's patchy and you shave it off and you grow it another 3 months, it's going to be the same. However, recently I spoke to, well, not recently because he's been a couple of years now, Stephen Morris. Everybody knows Stephen Morris, big ginger beard. And he shaved his beard off a couple of years back. And I asked him when he was doing the regrow, how's the regrow going? Is it growing better? Is it growing thicker? You know, all this sort of stuff. He said, yeah, it's growing better than ever. And the reason for that is because he had that beard for so long. It's like yours. So you've had it for 7 years, right? I guarantee you if you shaved it off and grew it again now, it's going to grow back thicker because you're going to have had more hairs sprouting out, most likely, aren't you? So if you do it within a short space of time, no difference. But if you obviously leave it for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, of course your beard may have reached its full peak and it will grow thicker and better.
Now I'm confused.
So those are my two opinions on it. Obviously, this is where the whole...
So one of your opinions is if you shave it off, it won't grow thicker, and if you shave it off, it will grow thicker.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that so obviously as you get older, your beard becomes thicker, and well, not thicker, but you sprout more hair, sort of thing. It gets to full capacity of what it's ever going to be, right? So at 20 years old, your beard hasn't reached its full capacity, but at 30 or 40, it may have done.
I'm with you. So now we're not talking about shaving and growing. We're talking about the amount of age has passed since your first one.
Yeah, but if you if
you're over 35 is like your growest or your best or something, isn't it? Over 30.
But obviously if you only know growing it from at 20 years old and then you shave it and grow it at 35, you will notice a massive difference.
Yeah, you'd think it was fixed.
So psychologically, but in reality, it's not because you shaved it it's growing thicker, is it? It's because the time has caught up with you and your beard is more awesome.
And you might have a fatter, bigger face.
You might have it's a good chance you will have a fatter face.
You might have a different diet. you might be healthier. You might be pumping more testosterone. Million different variables. That's a lot of these things, like, especially with like the snake oils and that sort of stuff. It's like there's so many different variables, and it's so hard to measure. Like, how do you measure thickness? Obviously, in one respect, it's quite easy. Do a bit of string around it, put that next to a tape measure. But how do you actually measure thickness? A lot of it is down to your opinion. So somebody that had a beard 7 years ago, shaved it off, and then went, yeah, it's growing back thicker. It's like, yeah, but all right, but how much? Yeah. It's just thicker. It's opinion, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Unless you have sort of multiple pictures of it. Bobby D says it works for her. So
Bobby D.
And Jay says he heard this growing up. I think we've all heard it so much over the last God knows how long. It's been around. It seems to have been around forever, doesn't it? Seems to have been around.
I remember it as a kid, but I think it was a case of if you're using a razor blade on your face, it would stimulate the growth or something. But at that time when you're hearing that, you're in your puberty stages anyway, so you're going to be starting to grow more anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Although Bobby D says that men and women generally get hairier as they get older.
That's right.
There you go.
Yep, that's right. Aaron says we're sorted. What else have we got? Oh, it just says Facebook user. I don't know who this is. I cut mine back from 9 inches and it's grown back thicker. Ah, there you go, you see. How long have you had it at 9 inches? I'm guessing that's a couple of years though, right? Be a couple of years to get to 9 inches, right?
About a beard, though.
I don't think many people are cutting off their appendages like we think they probably are. So the next one, comp time. We're going to do a quick comp draw. So let me try and get this set up because I can't remember how I was going to do it. So we are going to draw. We're going to do a quick draw to get the winner of our YouTube subscribers. So I recently done a subscriber competition, and if you subscribed and posted in the comments section, then you got entered into our draw to win £50 worth of OP's products. I was going to sort out the £50 worth of OP's products and make sure they were ready, but I haven't done. So what we are going to do is we are going to draw a winner.
So for those of you watching on the gram down there, hello J Orange, just joined us. So Jamie's YouTube channel is Opie's Beard Co. Opie's as in Sons of Anarchy. Beard as in Co. as in CO. And he's going to do a random number generator now for everyone that's subscribed over the last. It's been a couple of weeks or 2 or 3, isn't it?
Do you know what? I think it's been about 6 or 8 weeks. I feel like I posted it ages ago. So yeah, he's been a while. He's been quite a while.
So after the competition, then we're back in with the beard myths.
That's it.
Is it true? Is it false? Is it debunking? Is it mything? We don't know. How many new subscribers did you have? How many people are playing this comp for 50 quid worth of stuff?
It was difficult to say because obviously I opened it up to people that already subscribed could also join it because I didn't want to do the
crafty
people.
buggers. Take them out.
I didn't want to do them out of it because obviously they've been loyal from the start. So you've got to reward loyalty, right? All right, filter duplicates. Filter based on a text. So the word they had to say was subscribed. So if
Jamie's doing the background stuff. He's getting ready to give someone £50 worth of Opie's stuff.
I know. I should have set all this up before, shouldn't I?
he's ignoring the comment from Tyrone Jackson that says, "I loved you more than lobsters love gum bands. We were together briefly, and then we parted company. I knew your sister from the circus. She had a beard then." What?
Okay.
Have you got a sister with a beard?
I'll have a pint of that. Right, so I think we are ready. Let me just whiz us down so we are small. But first,
I'm going to make it small.
Do you know what I'm going to have to do is change something, because otherwise we're going to have our heads cut off. So let me quickly change it to...
Be quick, Jamie. We're losing the followers on the gram. They're going down. They're going...
Are they? Oh, Christ. Right.
They need entertaining. They need to know about...
All right. Here we go. So quick draw. Can everyone see that, right? So it's a random picker, and it is going to pick us a winner based upon that. Right, so...
I tell you it is, man.
Here we go.
If it's too small for you, just shave it off and it will come back bigger.
Enter the URL. That's not good, is it? There's the URL. Right, I'll tell you what, that would be a good idea if I actually clicked to get the comments from it. 0.
Technicals. He's having technicals.
Stay
with me. Stay with me. Whoever's still there.
Okay, 46 comments. Let's do this.
Look, this is what's happening.
Gareth Allsop, he is so lucky.
He's
the luckiest man in the world.
Gareth,
if you come into Beard On, I'm going to get him to buy me a couple.
Buy you 50 quid worth of
lottery tickets. Gareth Allsop, is he watching? Is he watching?
Yeah, he was there earlier. One of my DBFT crew. Yes, Gary.
Right. Well done, Gareth. Well done. Right, let's get this back up. There we go. Right, congratulations. Let's get back into it. Gareth, I will contact you shortly well, I don't need to contact you, actually. I'll just send the stuff out. I know where you are, so...
Gareth's given a big boom. There's somebody else just come in. I don't know who that is.
Is he in? Where is he?
So he says someone saying to me, to you, to me, to you. I have no idea.
There he is. Boom. I bet. If you're coming to Beard On, you're going to buy me some lottery tickets.
And buy me a beer.
Oh, that's Matt Wall. That's Matt Wall, to me, to you, to me, to you.
Who is it?
Matt Wall.
Who's that? Who's Matt Wall?
Right, I'm going to show this because that was Poetry in Motion, wasn't it? Leave that up for a bit.
Is that off something? Because I didn't get the reference. Is that off like a film or something?
I think so.
Is it off Friends?
Is it?
It sounds like something people would say off Friends.
Is that a line from Rock Lobster? The song Rock Lobster?
Don't know.
I don't know. That's a quiz for another day, anyway.
These are your people, Jamie. I don't know what they're talking.
I know, right? So we debunked that last one, didn't we? That was a debunked one too.
Debunked.
I feel like we're going full on false for all these two. One of these has got to be... I suppose that's the thing with myths, isn't it? Right, so the next one. A beard makes you look homeless or creepy.
Is there another option for creepy homeless on there?
No, it's one or the other. I think the myth is it makes you look homeless.
Do you know what? It's quite significant. And I used to work with the homeless quite a lot, and obviously they don't have the best health or circumstances, and they live in difficult times. So you wouldn't expect them to be preened and pruned. But conversely, they're not all the same. Can't put them all in the same boat. There's plenty of homeless people that have beautiful beards. However. And as for creepy, I think that's personality and body language and weird things that you say to people, isn't it? But I do a little bit of extras work, support an artist, and sometimes get a line or two. And as for getting typecast, I only get stuff that is either homeless or biker or Viking, or that's it really. Biker, Viking, homeless. So yeah, you have to say the stereotype fits. Some people that are homeless have long beards.
Yeah.
So yeah, not creepy though. Not creepy.
I guess the homeless thing is obviously if it's unkept, because a lot of guys that grow the beard out it goes all over the shop, and
kept anyway, yeah.
Especially when obviously guys that grow the beard this usually their first beard, so it tends to go all over the place, doesn't it? Like shoot off in all different directions. Matt Wall thought he was coming here for some quality content.
You missed all the cool stuff about the Raging Bulls and the...
I'm not sure it was... Was it quality earlier then, was it?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh, okay. All right.
It just went downhill with the technicals. Hello,
Yeah.
Henry
Okay.
69.
All right. Well, we're going back up again now.
We're going back up now. We're going
Yeah,
back up.
that's it. We're coming back out of the valley. So, yeah. So I think, yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's all over the place, it doesn't look great. And obviously, creepy that's more about how your facial features and, like you say, how you're acting. You're sort of like this. You're going to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I got.
Do you know what as well, though, Jamie? I think it's changed over the years as well. I think historically, in further back, not the type of people that would be brash enough to have beards would be a certain type of person, whereas nowadays anybody can have a beard, and it's it's the modern world. Not so many things are frowned upon, and if anything is frowned upon, it quickly gets shot down by all the woke people. So it's 30 years ago you might have said, "Oh, I know when the beard's creepy," but nowadays people don't see beards, I don't think, and think, "Oh, that's creepy." I think they think, "Oh, that looks cool."
I think enough celebrities have grown them, haven't they?
Celebrity
debunk that one over the years.
I've seen Christina Ricci actually grew a beard out. She looked very good with it. It made her look a lot like Katy Perry, but that's for another day.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you sure? Do you know it's Katy Perry's birthday? Katy Perry's birthday in a couple of days.
Yeah. Is she getting a beard for her birthday?
You'll have to watch Casper to celebrate or something.
I'm interested. Why do you know Katy Perry's birthday? Are you sending her a card? Are you going to send us?
No, so I was looking at obviously national days the other day because National Lizard Day popped up, and then it just so happened that they decided that Katy Perry's birthday should be on the days for national days, as if it's something special, like a million.
National Katy Perry's birthday day.
I know, right? Yeah, well, that's what celebrity does for you, isn't it?
You've made it.
I know, that's what a celebrity does for you. You have to care about their birthday all of a sudden. So I've cared enough to say it to you, so I suppose it works, doesn't it?
You should send her a little gift package of Opie's stuff for her birthday.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not even sure. I would have done when Russell Brand was her husband, but because he's got a pretty stonking beard now, hasn't he? But he's.
Who's she going out with now? Isn't she with?
Isn't it Orlando Bloom? So he's got a beard Orlando too, right?
Bloom. Well, do you know what? Okay. He's got a baby face. I don't think he could have a decent beard. See you later, Matt Wall. Matt's off.
No, I think is he going? Is he the content?
About bouncing the kids in bedtime.
Okay, we'll probably still be here by the time he's put them to bed. Ah, it's the Baron. Facebook user is the Baron. There he is.
What happens on StreamYard, Jamie, is they have to give you permission to access their Facebook profile name and picture. So if they don't do that, it just comes up as Facebook user and a blank face.
Ah, okay. Well,
so
there we go.
Next time you tune in, give permission.
Yeah,
for
we're all right. We're all right. We got rid of all the spam now, I think. So we're good and safe on here now, aren't we? Yeah. So we've debunked that one as well, haven't we? Really, it doesn't make you look creepy or homeless. It makes you look awesome, no matter where you are or where
or unkempt.
Exactly. Debunked. Right. Facial hair genes come from the mother's side. Now, I'd never heard of this, actually. This was a new myth to me, that apparently your facial hair comes from the mother's side.
You're thinking about diarrhea.
That I don't know if that might come from the mother's side as well.
No, it runs in your genes.
Ah, if you're wearing jeans.
Can you put a fake laugh on this later? That was a brilliant.
What if you're wearing cargo shorts?
You just missed it. Beautiful joke. So what's the question? That your beard genes come from your mother?
Apparently beard genes come from the mother's side of the family as opposed to the father's side. So I'm not sure that's entirely...
I have not heard that before. And obviously being the guest expert for debunking the myths, I would have to say great big hairy mammoth bollocks. That sounds rubbish.
Well, I've been meaning to recently do my research on ginger beards and look up the thing of that, because that's another topic, obviously. But
I could see how the chromosomes work with skipping generations and stuff for genes like ginger beards or like twins or stuff like that. But I don't think the beard stuff, because surely beard hair on your face would be a male chromosome, and that wouldn't have nothing to do with your mother. I would have thought.
No, but obviously she's come from a male and a female as well, hasn't she? So it can come from her.
Before everyone was more modern.
So it's basically essentially, has your mother's father, so your granddad, has he got a beard? And if the answer's no, then it probably debunks this whole thing. Well, not if he hasn't got a beard. Obviously, he might choose not to grow one. But if he can't grow a beard, then it kind of debunks it, doesn't it?
Now I've said out loud about skipping generations and stuff, that probably could lend itself to be true, couldn't it? Imagine, for example, if your dad couldn't grow a decent beard, and your dad's dad and all that side and all your dad's side had nothing going on, but on your mum's side there was somebody who had a huge beard, and then you grew a huge beard, you'd have to say, well, that's actually come from my mother's side.
Yeah. See, I know the ginger gene can skip about 3 generations, I heard.
Sorry, Baron, you got caught in it.
So,
Hey, Ryan Ginger Purcell's here. Sorry, Ryan, you got caught in it as well.
Oh, yeah, Ryan, you're right.
Ginger beards are cool. Broadbeer, Glasgow competition, they have a category for just ginger beards. I'm like,
do they?
Oh, I can't even enter that one. But they all look epic.
Do you know what? I think at one point I had 12 ambassadors and 6 of them were ginger beards. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
and then what happened?
It's a good beard. It's a good beard. But yeah, I think ginger can skip about 3 or 4 generations. So you can have no gingers in your family for 3 or 4 generations, and then all of a sudden, bang.
I think a lot of people have a lot of ginger in their beard. It's hidden in there somewhere. I have little bits of gingery coming through.
Yeah, well, I think mine's quite sort of jet blacky grey now. I don't know.
My greys are coming through.
Yeah, I think mine look worse in light. To be fair, if I do that, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm 60. So stay out of the light like a vampire.
40.
So are we debunking that one as well?
I would, unless you've got the actual answers, I would actually say that could be true.
I will be doing a video on ginger beards at some point, but I have not, as of yet, done the research on the ginger beard gene and where it comes from.
Just make it up, mate. Just make it up. It's 2021. No one's fact checking it. Just say what you want.
Oh, I don't know. I like to do my research for YouTube so I don't look a plonker. I make myself look a plonker enough as it is, let alone getting everything wrong and all. So I think we're going to debunk that one. I think it comes from both. It's got to come from both, hasn't it? Really. It's got to. You are essentially your mother and father rolled into one human, so it's got to come from them and then their folks and all that stuff. So
that explains why I'm so unstable. Polar opposites.
So next we'll have a short break now because there's only 2 left, but we are going to talk about DBFC.
Oh, go on then.
Which is Damo's
Beardy Fun Club.
Beardy Fun Club. And I'll tell you what, we've done so much of this so far, and I've completely forgotten to run the ticker along the bottom, which is going along now.
There we go.
Which tells you all about
what we're going to do.
What we're going to do an hour ago, and who the hell we are, and what's being streamed on, and what Damo is running in his Damo's Beardy Fun Club. So tell us quickly, Damo, what is Damo's Beardy Fun Club, or DBFC?
Well, it's actually you can actually figure it out, right? Just by going through it very simply. Damo's, it's mine. Beardy, it's got beards and stuff in it. Fun, we have loads of fun. Club, we hit people with clubs. No, hang on. No, it's a group. So it's a Facebook group run by yours truly. I've been involved with Facebook groups, beardy stuff for a long time. And also, I've got a wealth of experience in other fields and arenas, and it's all come together where I run, and I have a group of 50 people at the moment that are beardos, either already got massive, awesome beards, or they're growing their beards. And predominantly, the plan was to teach people how to grow their beards from 0 to hero. So obviously, been growing for 7 years. I've also met loads of people in the UK beard community, been to competitions in the UK and abroad. And I've learnt a lot of tips along the way and got pally with a lot of the guys that own UK beard brands. So I've got a wealth of knowledge and information, and I also come with loads of cool ideas of fun stuff. So I put it all into this group called Damo's Beardy Fun Club, and we have a really good time. There's a solid structure there, what we do throughout the week. There's competitions, there's a bit of serious stuff as well to get set up for a good week. But then ultimately, it's competitions and fun and engagement. And it's just a very different group from other groups that are out there because you have to pay to get in. It's like, what? You got to pay for a Facebook group? They're free, surely. But because you have to pay to get in, it means I can do way more better stuff. And it also means that the people in there, they want to engage because they're paying to be in there. But it's not, you'd expect, the way I've just sold it there, you'd think, oh, how much is that, man? That's got to be like £10, £20, £50 a month. No, Del Boy, it's not even £4.98 a month. It's only £4.97 a month. So yeah, that's what it is. But we have a good old time in there. And you've just joined this week. You are our 50th member. So you haven't seen all the cool stuff yet, but we do loads of cool stuff. Gareth Allsop says, "Hell yes!"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I say,
it's been nice.
Like you say, I've been a member for 2 days now, and I've been meaning to do it for a long time, to be fair, and I just haven't got round to it. But I finally got round to it. You put the thing up saying who wants to be number 50. I thought, yeah, that could be me. So got involved, and yeah, it's a great place. And I think, to be fair, the way that you've done it with the subscription fee actually works very well, because it makes it very exclusive, and it also means that people are not just joining it and then disappearing. They are joining it and then getting involved, which is in essence is what is so difficult with trying to run a Facebook group. It's not difficult in a sense to get people in it. It's difficult to get those people to interact with each other and almost enjoy it.
I think one of the other things, you're right with that. I think one of the other things that is, not to give all my tips away, but I think one of the other things is that the reason it can be so good is because I'm not just stuck with one brand, or not just affiliated with one brand. So actually, when I'm teaching people and educating on what's out there in the market, I can actually talk about everybody. And I know a lot of the other clubs have got to the point where they've got agreements with certain brands, and so they only talk about them. Or like you can go into some groups and you might have tried something brand new and you post it in a group, but it gets deleted because it's not the right stuff. Whereas in my group, it's not even so much about the beards and the beard products, to be honest with you. It's the engagement and the fun and the stuff that we have. But it's just me, and I get to run it how I want to run it. And people whose values align with mine are in the group and they love it and they stay. And then people that don't sort of get it, they're not in there, they don't know about it, they don't do it, so it doesn't bother me. And it's just, when you're trying to put together a group of people, you have to have something solid at the front that people agree with and have the same values and appreciate. Because when the numbers start to get silly, so I've only got 50, and I'll never have more than a couple of hundred, I wouldn't have thought. But when you get into the numbers of 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, it's very hard to manage that many people. You need to have a team of moderators. You need to have a team of rules, and it's a hard gig. I know, because I've done it before. So this being a smaller club, and also this is the one of the main selling points. It's only blokes in the UK, so there's no difficulty for me posting prizes out and stuff. So I can send stickers and prizes and stuff out every week. Yeah. But also it means that everyone's on the same timeline, and it also means that some of those things that can cause difficulties. It's like some of the like stuff with guns and drugs and that. In some countries are legal, some they're not, and people have different thoughts and values and politics and religion. All that stuff is all just, it's not even on the agenda. It's not even in the group. I see so many trolls and arguments and spammy stuff in other groups, and we don't get any of that because we're all UK, we're all blokes, we're all on the same page, and it's really good. But it's, as much as I can just bang on about how great it is, obviously my club, I'm not going to say it's rubbish. But if it was rubbish, I'd say it was rubbish and I'd just close it down. But it's really nice. It's a good club.
Just to say to everybody that the subscription, it isn't like a phone subscription or anything where you're tied in for a year, is it? You it's a rolling monthly thing, and if you want to cancel, you can cancel whenever. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you want to get signed up, right, I do a 2-week free trial, and people still get the welcome pack. So in the welcome pack, you get some stickers and a pack and everything. And if you sign up on a PayPal, I actually send you out an oil as well for your first month. But then it's £4.97, which it's like a packet of nuts and a beer for me. Thanks very much. But if you want to cancel it, you can. But out of the 50 people, I've only had 3 people that have left. And not because it wasn't any good, only because it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. And 2 of them actually didn't want to grow their beard anymore. They just had like really, really short beards. And the other one couldn't afford it. So my ratio is pretty good. When people come in, they stay in. So I've been running for 8 months now, up to 50 people. And it's rocking, mate. It really is rocking. There's so much engagement. There's so much fun, so many laughs. And it's my life's work now. This is what I do. I'm on it all the time. And that's what I do. So
I didn't. No, that's right. I didn't add a website onto the banner at the bottom, the ticker. So if you want to throw that website out right now,
DamoForShow.com.
DamoForShow.com.
For show, DAMO for show.com. Or if you're on my Instagram, Damo for Show, Facebook, Damo for Show, Instagram.
So
YouTube,
the four is the number 4, not spelt.
DAMO, the number 4 show.
Okay.
That's everything. The best way actually is to go on my link tree, which is on the Instagram bio. To people that are old, they'll be like, "What?" Imagine if I said to my dad, "Hey, Dad, go on my link tree and in my Instagram bio." He'd be like, "What is this foreign language speaking?"
I know, it's a weird thing to call it, isn't it? A link tree. They could have called it something so much better.
Well, it links. It's my tree that links everything, but it's all on there, mate. It's all on there.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, yeah, like I say, everybody check it out. And it's I've been in it for 2 days now, thoroughly enjoying it. And you get to see this man next to me. Where is he? This side. You get to see this man a hell of a lot more, which isn't a bad thing. So let's do the last 2, shall we? Because everyone's going to be going to bed in a minute. The last 2 we've got. Last two myths.
We're going to debunk.
We've debunked all of them so far. So I'm wondering if one of them we've got to think is probably true, but I'm not too sure. Growing a beard will present problems with a passport or other photo IDs. Now I wasn't sure if this was a myth or if it was just generally a guy in his 50s googling something.
If we're debunking stuff, are we going to try and bunk one? Is that the opposite? I don't know. We're going to bunk this myth.
I think so. I haven't bunked anything for quite a while now.
Well, do you know what? I haven't been on holiday abroad for a bloody long time, so I wouldn't know. However, I would imagine rules and regs, right? Rules and regs. If your passport photo, if your appearance significantly changes, you should update the photo. However, they're good for 15 years, aren't they? I've had my passport, and my passport photo is a very short beard, and I did wonder a couple of times when I've been away, actually, it's different. But the thing is, you can see is my face. It's just with more beard. Yeah. However, I wouldn't be surprised if some people have had bother with it, because some people's appearance changes massively with a beard. But mine, it's literally the passport photo is there, and now it's there, but you can see it's the same eyes, nose, and a decent passport checker will be looking for that sort of stuff.
Right, so I think probably 70% of the face is not bearded, is it? So you can see, like, I mean, even if you do like this sort of thing, you know, you're a bit of tell, right? But having said that, I mean, the passport photo itself is quite small, and my driving license, when I got my driving license, I only had a very short goatee, and I had a shaved head. As you well know, I used to rock the shaved head with a small goatee, and then obviously that expired about a year ago. So I've been running for like 5 years, looking like this with long hair down to sort of shoulder length. So anyone who looks at my driving license, because the picture on a driving license is garbage, isn't it? So anybody who looks at that pretty much is like,
That's not him.
Yeah, you look like you've gone Forrest Gump and just gone for like a couple of year run or whatever it was that you did.
3 years and 2 months.
That's it. 3 years and 2 months. And how many days?
5. You don't have, no one's fact checking. Just say what you want.
So, I don't think you would get any issue. To be fair, when I ever go to an airport, the last thing I get issue with is my passport, because usually I've been frisked about 58 times before I get anywhere near getting on an aeroplane for some unknown reason. That was even before I had a beard, so I don't know what it is about my face that people just think.
There was a bit, I don't know if you're being profiled, but there was a time going through airports was quite scary for a guy with a rucksack and a beard. But, you know, I've never experienced any bother. It's how you carry yourself, isn't it?
Maybe. I was a young lad. I was about 20, 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah, you probably looked dodgy, mate.
I got frisked so many times. I remember once I got frisked, and then there was a guy stood about 20 yards further down the gate, watching me get frisked. And then I walked 20 yards to him, and he said, "I'm going to frisk you." I thought, "What are you? Okay, go on then, have a quick grope." So I must have been an attractive young man. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe the security guards were having a little competition, like see who could get you aroused.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing any comments now either. Is anybody still here? Is anyone still watching? We've got
Gareth
6 people
Allsop's
watching.
said, I think the DBFC turned them off, mate. They're like, what? No, that's it.
Yeah, I know. It was when we started talking about
Turn
Frisky.
into a plug.
So we debunked that one again, haven't we?
The Instagram people are late night pods. The numbers have gone up.
Okay.
Yeah.
The old ground is a good place at night, is it?
Russ has just realised he can cancel his DBFC, so that's ruined that one.
Oh, right. Well, hopefully you'll gain 2. We've got Craig Rogers watching. Evening, Craig.
What's up, Craig?
Mozza's here. How you doing? That's Mozza. I'm here.
All right, Mozza.
Where is he? Here we go.
Richard Hill is still here. I think
Richard's still here. Yeah, good.
Alex,
good.
This is what you're missing, mate. It's on YouTube, on OP's YouTube.
So give us a wave.
Give us a wave.
Ryan's still here. There we go. Right, so that one's debunked. Very last one. And we covered this a little bit at the start. Beard growth oils. Are there growth oils that will help your beard grow?
Snake oil. Yes, OP's beard oil will help your beard grow an extra 10 inches in 3 days. Just simply rub it into your skin. Oh, mate. I have actually tried a beard thickener oil, and only because I bought it from Antwerp when I went over there for the World Championships in 2019, and only because I was drunk for about 3 days solid. And when I went into this barber's for a little tidy up before the comp, he goes, "Oh, use this. It's extra beard grow oil stuff." And I'm like, "It's not. It's just oil." Like, I get the benefits of oil are good for your skin, for hydration and all that stuff. And there's loads of there's a massive. It's more the Americans actually. I see it a lot, but they're massive into the minoxidil and biotin and all this sort of stuff, and they rave about a lot of it. And as much as I'd love to have a conversation with the scientist about it, I don't actually think it's easy to prove. And if you can't prove it, then how can you bang on about it? And this is my personal opinion: is if you start using oil now, a special growth oil serum, and then you don't shave for 3 months, how do you know what your beard was going to look like in 3 months if you didn't use the oil? And also, if you shaved it right back and started using the oil and then left it for 3 months, like, how you can't actually prove if it works or not. That's my opinion. You can't scientifically prove that this is going to work. So how can you sell it as such? So Gareth Allsop says, "No, burn them all."
Yeah, I mean, Gareth, no, burn them all. I agree. Sam Walsh is throwing up the good vibes. This is something we do. Well, you've seen it, Damo. You've seen it. We do it in TBC. I'd love it to spread elsewhere. So, good vibes. I agree. I think I'll tell you the kicker with all these things is they all have you noticed they all tell you can't stop using this stuff. You've got to keep using it. Using it, otherwise it will go away. Minoxidil. You stop using it, your beard will start going all patchy again. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a sales technique, does it, to anybody? I mean, minoxidil is one thing because you're putting it inside your body and it's reacting to things. I think an oil that goes on the external of your body is not going to affect what happens on the inside of your body, is it? Unless we're talking serious, like steroid creamy stuff, which I don't think beard growth oil is. I think it's very much just carrier oils and the same. It's basically beard oil, isn't it? It's basically beard oil with a different label on it, being sold by people that generally just want your money and don't care.
So bear in mind that statement there is in the annals of history now. So in 5 years' time, when Opie's brings out beard growth oil serum,
mate, if I crack it right, and I'll have to test it on my face. So if you see me one day and I look like Teen Wolf, he's cracked.
If you've got hair on your nose, I'll be like,
that's it.
He's testing that
he's
nose
cracked
oil.
It. He's done it. He's done it, the old boy. I'll have a bottle of that. So that's debunked as well. So it actually turned out that everything I've said tonight has been false, hasn't it?
Everything.
Yeah.
No, actually, everything that those myths have been debunked, but everything you've said is false. All that stuff you said was good stuff. We've actually had a question down here. It says, "What are your opinions on Derma rollers?"
I done a video. About Derma rollers. I bought one. Because they're only a couple of quid, aren't they? So I thought, you know what, I'll have a punt at this and I will use it because I've got patches here and here.
But you can't, you can't see the patches because of the Derma roller use, right?
Yeah, I know. I could show you them, yeah. So and I wanted to get the moustache a little thicker in the corners here, so I thought, you know what, I'll give this Derma roller a go. Did you use yours?
I did, yeah. But you have to use it for so long, and you have to follow the bullshit instructions, and you have to clean it, and you have to. It was so much ball ache, and like I was in front of the mirror, like almost hurting my face, going, "What the am I doing? What am I doing? I'm literally putting holes in my face,
that's right,
up and down." Because it might make me grow more beard in 3 months of doing this. I'm like, what am I doing? And in the bin.
Yeah, so I used mine. I read the things and it said use it once a week for sort of, I don't know, 20 minutes or so on the affected areas, right? And the cleaning thing was a load of old rubbish. They said, oh, you've got to use this special stuff. No, you pour a boiling hot kettle on it, right? And that's cleaning anything, right? Boiling hot water will clean anything. Because that's sterilised like baby bottles and stuff, isn't it? With steam and heat. So I done that. And I used it for a couple of months. And you haven't got any tattoos, have you, Damo?
No, mate, I am absolutely tattoo free.
Okay,
quite a rarity in this day and age.
So when you use the Derma roller, do you know you get that sort of burning sensation afterwards, like that real itchy sort of burning sensation?
That's familiar, isn't it?
That is, I don't know. I've never had that, so couldn't comment. But yeah, that's how it feels like after you've had a tattoo. Is that sort of raw, sort of almost a bit itchy, burny feeling. And after a tattoo, it's fine because you've got something to show for it. But after this Derma roller, you're just a bit like, well, now my skin just hurts and itches. So I'm not really sure it's.
But the thing with me, like you could never have a right time to do it because you can't use water and all that. They were saying afterwards, so it's not like you do it before or after a shower. It's just like it was just random times that you're allowed to do it. And like you say, it's a great comment just come in from Sam Walsh actually. And it says, my rule of thumb is if they sell Derma rollers or beard thickener, I won't buy a thing of them. If they're pushing that stuff, don't trust them for anything else. I think that's a banging comment, Sam.
That's exactly correct.
But yeah,
exactly
so that
correct.
It is a bit of an add-on. If you've got a range of stuff, you're like, well, I might as well do a comb, I might as well do a hat and a hoodie. I might as well do a Derma roller and a beard growth and all that, and like give the complete kit. But again, you can't. I genuinely don't think you can prove that it works. However, this will throw a spanner in the works. If a placebo works, it works. And so, if somebody goes out and buys the whole kit, they go and get some biotin and some minoxidil and some beard growth serum and a thing and all that, and they're all into it and they're using it all. And it makes them feel like they're getting a better beard than they'd get if they just did nothing, then part of my job is to tell them you're wasting your money. But if they're enjoying it and they want to do it and they think it's working, and without that they wouldn't be able to do that, part of my job is also to let them do what they want to do, find their own way.
Yeah, but I can see your point in the sense that obviously the placebo will work and they will be happy, but I bet they'd be very unhappy if you told them, I've been taking your money and it is a placebo. I bet they'd be very unhappy. So it's that whole transparency thing, isn't it? You don't rip people off. You be transparent about it. And a lot of these people are saying, oh, it definitely works. It definitely pushing how much it works, and so it's a load of old rubbish. A load of rubbish.
In other news, I have got a second-hand Derma roll available. I can sell it now because I bought one for no reason.
Yeah, I chucked mine because I was doing a video and I'd done a very dramatic throw, and I don't even know it went somewhere. I don't know. It went somewhere. I wasn't interested. Once it's been on the floor, mate, there ain't no cleaning that, is there? So, and
actually,
quite frankly,
boiling water.
I got really annoyed with having a sore face, so I couldn't wait to throw it away. Couldn't wait. But just to say as well about the growth oils and stuff, I obviously have to be quite careful because I'm a company that does products, so I can't really slate too much stuff because other companies will see it as me trying to belittle them and stuff like that. So I have to be quite careful. But there was a company recently, I won't name, but they do a activator product, to activate and stimulate your, what they call dormant hair things and all that. And I stumbled across the ingredients because it was on an advert that popped up on Instagram or Facebook or something. And whilst looking up the ingredients, it popped up that the place selling them was from China. And it turned out that the box that they were selling it in looked exactly like the one from China. It just had a different name on the exact same place in the box. So these people are not making this stuff. It's brought in cheap and it's being sold expensive on lies from somebody else. So they're lying to you and you're passing that lie on to try and sort of take money off of people on a false thing.
Scandal! The scandal! You heard it here first.
I know. I won't be doing a video about it because it makes me look really petty and stuff. But yeah, just do your research. Just do your research and just be clever.
I bet you get sick to death of seeing beard oil adverts on your Facebook. Because if you're on Facebook all the time in all the groups, you'll be getting the same adverts I get from all the other people. I bet that does your head in.
I used to click and say not interested in stuff, but it doesn't matter how many times you tell me you're not interested. I mean, I'm part of a hell of a lot of beard groups and stuff, so there's no thing on earth. If I ever shave my beard off and get out of the scene, I'm screwed, aren't I? Because they'll be advertising beard oil to me for the next 2 million years. So, do you know what? I just scroll now. I just actually scroll past them and say, unless it's my advert, and then I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'll give that a like. Give that a
yeah, that's it, yeah.
That looks like really good stuff. Really.
No, you don't like your own stuff, do you? That's a bit needy.
I do, all the time, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. Paddy in my group said it to me the other day. He goes, you're the only one that likes his own stuff. And I'm like, A, why are people checking this? And B, you got to be your own biggest fan. I like.
Do you know what? I only found out the other day, because a lot of places, like Instagram, if you like your own stuff, it doesn't push you any further. So there's no point liking your own thing. But YouTube is different. If you like your own video on YouTube, it counts. And the other thing that's funny about YouTube is that if you only watch 10 seconds of your video and then switch it off, it affects your video ranking. You have to load your video and watch the whole damn thing. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. You've just been editing it for 6 hours, watching it over and over again, and to not ruin your Instagram, your YouTube stats, you have to watch it again.
and that's why Jamie's kids are in the back room with 5 laptops each watching his YouTube channel.
I know, yeah. If only I could afford 5 laptops. If anyone's got a spare laptop, ping it my way. I will put it to good use.
I don't do a lot on YouTube, to be fair, and I don't understand the algorithms and all that stuff. So power to you, man. You keep rocking, keep doing your bit. I very rarely use my YouTube.
I'm going to keep going and hope to God one day when I'm like 103, I will finally get enough subscribers for it to actually start paying me, so I can start paying off these bloody lights that I bought to do it with. I want to break even by the time I'm dead in the ground. Right, that's about it, Damo, I reckon. How did you like it?
We got one special thing to talk about, and we might as well try and drag it out till 1 hour 30, I reckon. We mustn't forget to mention the UK beard brand Christmas quiz, but I'm not really mentioning the C word, right? At the minute, it's going to be in December, right? Save the date, Friday the 3rd of December at 8 o'clock. But with the promo I'm doing leading up to it, I don't want to mention the C word, right? So we're just calling it the UK beard brand quiz.
The festive one, yeah.
A festive UK beard brand. I want to enjoy my Halloween. I want to enjoy my fireworks night, and then I'll start talking about the C word. So, the UK beard brand quiz is hosted by me on YouTube and Facebook, and I get some of the finest UK beard brands to sit on the show with me, and Jamie's one of them. Jamie's signed up. So Jamie will be there, along with some other UK independent beard brands. So I'm all about supporting that local UK business market. And I basically put them through the paces with loads of questions on a quiz format about the beard community and about other funny stuff. However, this time round, Jamie, because you did the last one was in summer this year.
Yeah.
And it was just 8 UK beard brands that played. And this time round, it'll be the same, but Joe Blogs at home, Joe Public, you guys watching right now can actually play in the quiz as well live and pit your wits and your knowledge and your beardy stuff against these guys that are going to be on the show. And it's raised money for my charity, which is the University Hospital Coventry in Warwickshire neonatal unit for the Premier babies. And it's only £5. It's £5 to get a ticket to play in the quiz. Obviously, I charge Jamie and the beard businesses way more than that because we've got to make a load of dollar for the charity. But if you guys want to play as well, it's only £5 on a launch ticket. Thanks. That was my plug.
Yeah, it's all good fun. It was great fun. Are you still doing it with the sort of separate device to do the?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So exactly.
Okay. Well, this time I'm going to do it on an iPad because last time I had to keep scrolling up before I'd done it.
If you you can do it on 2 devices is best. I find that you have a laptop to watch the show, and then you have your phone to put the answers in, right?
Yeah. See, I'd done that last time, but I had to keep scrolling the phone up to get to the other answers because the top 2 were on the screen, and then I had to scroll up to get to the bottom 2, which cost me valuable seconds.
Bigger phone. But you can do it anyway. But also, some people can do it if they've got 2 screens. Or you can do it if you've got 2 windows open, but it gets very technical. It's a lot easier to just answer it on your...
That'd be a bit cold to have a couple of windows open, I reckon.
I actually watched the last one back because it's on my YouTube. Because obviously when I'm putting together the questions, I've got to make sure we haven't got any repeat questions. But I watched it all back. And apart from some of the swearing and the screaming from Annette, hi Annette, if you're watching, I hope you sign up for the next one. It was actually a really fun, decent, good night. I literally.
Oh, it was brilliant.
I
was doing really well until the weird animals and Bitcoin stuff, and then I went. Whoosh, I think I went from like 3rd to 7th after that.
I threw a couple of curveballs in there, as is very Damo-esque, and it wasn't just questions about beards. There was some random general knowledge questions in there as well. So I'm looking forward to hosting that again. So that'll be Friday, December 3rd. Get a date in your diary. But this time, Joe Public can play, and I'm really excited about that because I'm always supporting the UK beard brands. I want them to win, but man, can you imagine the controversy? Can you imagine the controversy if somebody else wins? And I know there's some people out there that know their beardy stuff.
Yeah, so, I guess it depends how beardy it is, really. If it's hugely, because I think there wasn't there one round about beard styles last time.
There was loads of beard stuff.
So I think if you do, was there? The first one, what was the first one was...
The first one was who are these people, right? And
that's
it was all of you,
right.
It was all of you lot.
Right.
So I put pictures of them who were competing, right?
Yeah.
And they've gotten wrong. The second round was maybe it was beard styles. So the sort of styles you can get, partial facial hair, chops and Fu Manchu. The third round was beardy celebrities. So that's it. The first 3 rounds is all about beards. The fourth one... It got a bit loose. There was a category on weird, there was a category on weird animals. There was a category on Bitcoin. There was a category on geography.
That was it. Geography done me too. Geography. Was that a specialist subject or was that a random one you picked?
No, that was Simon Lewis's specialist subject.
Was it great? Okay. I got to get in. Did you get you got my specialist subject, didn't you, for this year?
Yeah. So I may or may not include some specialist subjects for some people. I'm all about that curveball life. No one's going to know. No one's going to know what the questions are apart from me, and I can't enter because I would totally win.
Yeah. Oh, I think Gareth's got to go, but I will send your stuff to you, Gareth, in the post, and you will receive it next week.
Gareth's got to go. Signing up to that webcam HD
comment. I know. I blocked another one while you were talking.
Just leave them, mate. It's good for the stats. It's interaction, in it. Comment to comment. Let it roll.
Yeah, but I don't want people to leave this to go and do what it says on there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Don't click any of the random.
That's right. Yeah, don't click that. Otherwise, you will never come online again because your computer won't work.
Probably will come online. Just. But you're going to catch a virus and on your credit card. I mean, not on you.
That's right. Yeah, a couple of viruses, I reckon. Yeah, so it's a good quiz. If anyone's are the people entering that are not brands? Is it interactive for them as well with the phone and the?
Yeah. So what will happen is, and this will be the beauty of it, and it'll either be a massive success or a huge failure. What will happen is the beard brands will be on the screen. The questions will be on the screen, and everybody will have the option to input their answers on their second device or their phone, right? So if, for example, Dave and Taisha and Steve and John are watching and they're playing, if they're getting good scores, they will come up on the leaderboard and they can still interact with the live comments on Facebook and on YouTube. So they'll still be interacting, but it will only be the beard brand owners on the screen with me for the chatter and the banter and the fun.
Brilliant.
But everybody will be in with a chance to get on that leaderboard.
Yeah. Have we got a time for it yet? Have you set a time or?
Yes. Well, I've said from be ready from 8 o'clock on Friday, the 3rd of December. I would like to go live at 8:30, but I want to make sure everyone's ready and set up like from 8. So make sure in your diary, pencil out 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. And then after it's all wrapped up, last time we just stayed and got hammered after we'd finished being live, till silly o'clock. So yeah, right off Saturday as well for a hangover. But
I think this time I'm gonna only have 3 drinks lined up. I think last time I
overdid it. It
affected my speed on weird animals. Yeah.
There was a blobfish. Like, who doesn't know what a blobfish is? That was a good question.
I beg to differ, but yeah, it was a question. I don't know what a blobfish is now. To be fair, if you stuck the sucker up again, I wouldn't know what it was. You could have the same categories. You can have the same category from last year. I'll probably still do equally as bad because those animals, I would have rather quickly forgotten them than remember them. To be fair, because some of them were fiendish looking.
Weird Animals was a good category to slip in there. If anyone wants to watch it back, like turn it down a little bit because the net's a bit loud, but it's on my YouTube. It's in there. Go and find it somewhere. Yeah, it was good, mate. It's good. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a shame it's so far away, but to be fair, I needed to have a bit of time to let people buy their tickets and get involved. Yeah, it's only a $5.
Yeah, it will be good anyway to do it just before the festive period, and then we can have a good bit of fun then.
Don't mention the C word. Not until I've had Halloween and fireworks.
I know. Well, that'll be soon, though, won't it? Beard on.
Yeah, man. I was just about to say we've got beard on for next weekend, so that's
beard on. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday, beard on in Alfreton. I'll be there. Damo will be there. I'm going to have a special little 3-foot guest that's probably going to be there as well because it's the day before Halloween, and he will be awesome to take selfies with for the day.
Have you hired a midget for us to throw about for the day?
It is a midget, but you can't throw it about.
I'm intrigued. Yeah. What's happening?
I will be announcing it tomorrow. I was too lazy to do it today because I had to do a lot of professional work today.
Yes, I know you've been authoring.
I've been
authoring.
Yeah, I've been writing to my heart's content and then deleting to my heart's content. So I will be announcing it tomorrow. So Beard On, I will be at. I can tell you something about Beard On though. We have got a new product called the Retaliation, which is out the day after Beard On, but you can get it at Beard On. I will be bringing a load of it to Beard On, so you can be the very first people to have it, and then it is released at midnight that night, unless I forget, in which case it will be the next day.
Or in case you get sold out at Beard On, if it all goes.
Exactly. I've made enough of it that hopefully I shouldn't sell out, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, I will be announcing my little friend who will be coming to Beard On. He hasn't got a ticket, but I don't think the organisers will mind, and they certainly won't say to him that he's not allowed in. And then the other surprise is the Retaliation oil, balm and butter will be available at Beard On.
My brain is whirring. When you said a 3-foot, I thought I'd taken one of his kids with him, and then when you just said they're not going to have to pay to get in, I'm like, well, it's obviously someone. Like it's a ghost or something, isn't it, if they're not paying to get in? Because everyone's got to pay to get in, mate. It's £2 in for spectators. Yeah. I'm intrigued. And then I literally thought you're going to be one of them. You know, you can hire a midget to be handcuffed to you for a stag do. I thought it was going to be one of them. Like, what is happening at Beard On?
Yeah, he's coming to run the stall. Yeah.
Retaliation for the nation at the station. It's exciting times, mate. Exciting times.
It is. I've very much enjoyed tonight. It's been very good fun.
Thanks, mate. It's been good. We're up to 10 o'clock at night, so that's beautiful. We're just in time for bed.
That's it.
Thanks, everybody here who has been watching on the Instagram still.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for watching. Apologise for the webcam stuff that's been coming on the comments section, but I think I've been deleting them pretty quickly since. So I will be wary of that next time. Thank you everyone for your comments as well. Absolutely awesome. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Watching across all of our channels. Did you get it on DBFC in the end, Damo, or not?
No, I shared it on my Facebook page and personal page, but it didn't work. I think it's because it's in a group. But people can watch it back. They're fine. If people want to see the magic, they want to find out about the myths. If they want to see stuff get debunked, they can find it.
Yeah, well, I think it will save it. I think it will save it to YouTube. I'm not sure. I think it should save it to YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that will be YouTube. That will be there on your YouTube now.
Great. Okay, we can share it tomorrow. Tomorrow, then, if we like. Yeah, we'll work that out.
Well done, Gareth Allsop, for winning.
Yeah, well done.
If there's any spare, mate, any spare.
Yeah, there's no point in me doing a draw, is there? I may as well just say it's him next time, really, and doing a draw is just pointless.
I've got a couple of them in my group. Just people that are just born winners. They just win stuff all the time.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I never win anything. But hey ho.
See you later, Ryan. See you later, Richard.
Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Good night. See you later, people. Are we going?
We will catch you later. I'm sure me and Damo will do something again. But next, I'm sure it'll be his quiz. So catch that. I will share it on a couple of our OP's things. I'm not sure how many things it will allow to share on, but I will share it on as many as possible. So we will see you next time.
the lads on Insta think that you're bringing Warwick Davis to the competition. That'll be legendary.
I wish I knew Warwick Davis. That'd be so awesome.
Just message him. Tell him who you are. I'm sure he'd love to get involved. Plus, he's only an extra, isn't he? I bet he'd do it for 50 quid for the day.
He's a big deal, isn't he? Excuse the pun. Yeah, excuse the pun. He's a big deal. I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to get the Ofcom complaint, aren't I? Take care, guys. See you later.
I'll let you turn me up on that one. Thank you, Instagram people. Thank you.